No, 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 no. I think we need to go in a different direction here with Cactus Mac. What are you talking about?
So drive through today.
Serve it up summertime.
I'm being silly. I'm sleep deprived, and so and McDonald's is doing something silly. So I decided, hey, why not do a food review? Why not? These fries are not a part of it, but I gotta eat them. They were free. I got them for free. So it's not Friday. They just out of nowhere they said get free fries. I said okay. The drive here was so weird. I had to drive around like all the utility stuff. Like there was like a trash truck. There was a Cox Internet van, and then like I accidentally like because my blinker doesn't stick when you turn right. The like clock is wrong. I have to hold it basically, and when I hold it, then I sometimes accidentally press forward, and that turns on my brights. I don't know. It's. I mean, no one was in front of me, but like I was turning right, and then behind me, following behind me after I turned right was this FedEx truck, and I like turned because I was like I clicked on my brights. I turned like way too weird, just like wide into the left lane, and I feel like that FedEx truck. I feel like he was backing off. I think it was like I'm not messing with that kid. I feel silly because I got this for free, but I didn't get a drink. I can't wash it down. Also, when I got to the McDonald's, some guy was getting arrested. I don't even. There was like 3 cop cars, but to be fair, if you're in a small enough town, usually there's nothing going on. So really, if you see 3 cop cars, that's because those are all the cop cars in town, and the other 2 were bored, so they were like, "Hey, what's that? What are you doing? All right, we'll come over." All I know is I saw 3 cop cars and with their lights on at McDonald's, and I almost crashed into one. I didn't crash into it, but he was pulling out, and I was gonna go past him, but then he went past me again. Oh my gosh. I think I'm becoming a bad driver. I think I honestly am. I'm just becoming impatient. But that's just because of too many experiences with other people being too patient as well. But the silly thing we are reviewing, that isn't the fries, is the double Big Mac. The double Big Mac. But Liam, I thought the Big Mac already had 2 patties. It does. So what does a double Big Mac mean? What's 2 times 2? 4. There's 4 patties. So crazy, I know. I saw a TikTok where it was like, it was one of those TikToks where a dude has a GoPro on his head and he's working at McDonald's, and you get to see how they're made. One of his coworkers was like, "Oh, is that the double Big Mac?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm watching that thinking, you can order that? You can order that? Someone just like custom ordered that? And then a little while later I found out, no, they have a double Big Mac now. I've been wanting to do the Big Mac, I guess, and this is as good as time as any. I remember last review I said, if I'm too sleep deprived, then why would I do a review? But hey, I'm sleep deprived and I got free fries and they have the double Big Mac. I think it's fate. I think I'll use this as like a journal. If I do these frequent enough, I can just talk about what's going on in my life. I still technically do have a journal. I had like a Google Doc. I wonder if you heard that fart I just did. I used to have a Google Doc just called Journal. And I don't know, I just like started typing. And I started typing all the time. And I wrote about, I can't remember how many words it was. It was like a novel. It was like, I wrote like almost, I think around 50,000 words. I don't know. It was at least 75, I think it was 75 Google Doc pages, which it wasn't Times New Roman like 12-point double space, you know what I mean? And I planned on continuing to do it. And then I just stopped doing it. I think it was good for me. I really liked it. It was pretty therapeutic. I don't normally talk things out or write things out. I just think in my head. It's the same thing. It's just words. But I don't know. It's nice to see how I thought. You know what I mean? Like things that I thought back then, and I can reflect instead of like remembering how I thought. You know? So yeah, speaking of journal stuff, right now I have sciatica. Oh no! Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's something sciatica adjacent. My dad says it's kind of like sciatica. I like sat in a chair wrong. My new chair, I don't know. It's just kind of angled weird. I don't know. And I just tweaked something in my lower buttocks area, which confused my dad. He kept thinking like, is it like back pain? And I'm like, No, it's in my butt. It's like in my butt cheek. And he's like, that's weird. It's probably back pain. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just feeling in my butt. So it happened, and I was just limping for a bit. And I told most everyone I know. I was like, I sat on my butt wrong or something. That's why I'm limping. But then it just got worse. And then one day I was sitting on the toilet. Well, I just got up, got to the toilet, pooed. My leg was falling asleep. I had like water. I brought my water into the bathroom, but I had a cover on it, so I wasn't getting no poo-poo particles into the air and in the thing. Yeah, then I like was done, and then I stood up, and the pain was so bad. It was so bad, this pain, that I was about to faint. Now, I'm a good fainter. Like, I can tell when I'm about to faint. And so I, like, get in a position to where I can faint. I'm like, oh, I'm about to faint. Let me get to my bed. Oh, I'm about to faint. Let me sit down. But in this case, I was fainting because of pain, and that pain made me not able to walk quick. I mean, I was pretty immobile. And my leg didn't hurt. It was still just my bum. But if I use my leg, then it would go to the bum. I, like, stand up, and I'm in so much pain, and I feel the faint coming. I'm like, shit. All I had was a shirt and underwear on, and a tight shirt too. Like I hadn't washed my clothes. I was like, shit, what do I do? I'm about to faint. And so I'm like, I guess I can't get to my bed, so I'm just gonna sit back down on the toilet, even though I spent 4 minutes trying to stand up from the toilet because it hurts so bad. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to have help from someone. So I need to at least get my underwear up. And I got that up. I took my glasses off because I had like a headache. Well, I was fainting. I don't know. It made sense. It was like my brain needs depressurization. And then I also I reached over and washed my right hand because, you know, this didn't do anything. This did. But I at least washed that. I was like, with soap because I was like, I don't want to faint with a stinky poo-poo hand. I don't get poop on my hands, but you know what I mean. It was in the vicinity. It's scary. I was leaning around 5% consciousness, and I'm leaning back on the toilet, and then I grabbed my water that I had, and I tried to drink some. I'm like, this will help. And it probably would, except, you know, I had that lid on there. It was kind of like a McDonald's cup, except more official. It's one of the ones you can, where you go to a restaurant and they're like, hey, if you spend 50 cents, do you want the cool cup? And I'm like, yes. And I did that shout out Feltner Brothers. I eat there as much as we can, me and my bros. Feltner Brothers so good. I get that, and it still has its lid on there. And I'm fainting. I'm at 5% consciousness. And then I just pull the lid off, and it's falls on the ground and it splashes all over my feet, but I can barely tell it splashes on my feet because I'm fainting. And so with the last bit of consciousness I have, I'm like, I yell to my brother, Lucas, help, come in. Yes, come in. Like I'm dying. He comes in, and you know, I'm sitting on the toilet. I don't have my dick out or anything, so thank God. We slowly get myself to a rolly chair in preparation to maybe go to the hospital. I don't know. I just had no idea. And then my dad came home. My dad came home just a little bit after. And so then I explained what was going on. And he was like, that sounds like this. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And then we didn't go to the doctor. Most people would. I was prepared to go, like, oh, great. I'm going to have to stay up for a while so I can fix whatever's going on in my body. And so I've been sleeping on a nice firm couch instead of my bed. And it's slowly been getting better. But I have a cane in my car right now. Another funny story is one of the nights trying to sleep on the couch, it like really hurt trying to get my leg up on the couch. But my cat Greg would not stop fucking running around and being a nuisance and insane. And then also he was in play mode, so if I touch him, he bites my hands. And I felt like he kept just fucking around trying to sit where I'm trying to sleep. And I felt so helpless to this beast that was going to harm me. I felt a primordial feeling of just a cornered caveman pleading for his life. I literally looked to Greg. I looked in his eyes and I was like, please stop. But that's sciatica or something like it. I don't know. Let's get to the main event, the double Big Mac. Wow, they didn't give a fuck. Oh my God. They were like, put that shit in. It smells kind of weird. It smells like a different food. It smells like not McDonald's. Well, I think it's time to Ooh, shit. I gotta make sure this thing don't slide around. I'll give it a firm grip. So far, it's a Big Mac. But, you know, adding layers, honestly, a genius idea. I always thought, like, how could you make the Big Mac harder to hold in your hands? And I had no idea how to do it. And they figured out how to do it. It's just, there's so much. Holy shit. There's so much. I don't know how to eat this fucking thing. By God, if it isn't tasty, though. There's too much sauce. They put too much sauce. Man, I can't wait to trim my mustache at some point. I'm growing it out for a roll, okay? And I haven't shaved my head yet because I'm letting it stay for the roll. But once I'm done, I will finally shave my head. Believe me, I would have shaved my head probably years ago if it weren't for this roll I've been preparing for. I'm not even paying attention to the sandwich. I'm just too focused on holding it. So much shit in my mustache. Seriously, like, it's gonna be awesome when I get to trim it, and plus, like, it being cold and having something tickling your lips all the time, and you lick your lips, and oh my gosh, my lips look like John Marston's. They're chapped as hell. Oh, by the way, this is the Walmart parking lot. Walmart parking lot's still good to go. Last bite. Well, last bite if you don't count all this fucking lettuce. I love lettuce. Lechuga. I'll tell you one thing. In the future, I will review the Big Mac. Wait, aren't you about to do it? No, I'm reviewing the double Big Mac. Because here's the thing, the Big Mac, it needs its fair shake, where I can tell it, hey, these flavors are working. These are not. This is good. This is a good mixture. The only fucking thing I could pay attention to was, don't fall out of my hands. I'll tell you one thing, too. I felt bad about the whole experience. When I pulled up to the curbside pickup or whatever, normally, the past few times I've been to McDonald's, it's been like younger women. And they've seemed kind of happy. They've seemed like they had hope in their eyes. But this time it was an older woman. Like, I don't know, the younger women, they'd say, you know, they'd say your order. They'd say, this is for you. I'm like, yep, that's mine. Thank you. Yes, thank you. And I was no different with this old lady. I said, thank you. But this old lady, this was the look I saw when I turned to the left at this window. This is what she said. She said, here's your stupid fucking. With one look, she said everything. She said, here's your dumb little gimmick burger. Your stupid little gimmick burger where we put 2 extra little patties on it. We put some extra sauce in there too, because you know you love that Big Mac sauce. I do love the Big Mac sauce. I like the Big Mac, and you know what? I like as much meat as possible. But there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. Honestly, I think you could pull it off though. Honestly, I think McDonald's executives would like this. Is if instead of 4 patties, just make the one patty that's up there and one patty that's down there, make that a 1/4 pounder patty, and then it will be the 1/2 pound Big Mac. The 1/2 pounder, the 1/2 pound Mac, 1/2 pound Big Mac, big half the kind of Big Mac, the bigger Mac. Dude, I'm a fucking genius. I'm a McDonald's genius. Oh, you know what? Fry scale. You know, this is one of those times where I have fries, so I maybe should just review the fries real quick too. I didn't say it before, let's say it now. It was salty. It was warm. And above all else, it was a fry. Zesty. I like the word zesty, but I don't think that's a good descriptor. But that's what it is. Fry scale zesty. The sandwich itself, it was all over the place, man. It was so sad. It was so bad. The taste, I'm gonna do the taste. The tastes were, they all melded together, but not in a good way. In a way that it was like, ooh, nothing stands out. And that might have been because there was more meat than normal. I don't know. I'm gonna do the rest like this because my phone was in the sun, and although it's kind of cold outside, my phone heated up because it's black. Anyway, there's too much shit. There's too much fucking shit on the burger, which as a fat ass, I thought I would have liked, but I didn't. I'm going to give it Browntown. Browntown. That food is from Browntown. And I don't mean Browntown as in like the people are brown or anything like that. I mean brown as in like brown food. There's like a whole part in a Top Gear special where like they eat nothing but vegetables. They cherish brown food in this Top Gear special after only being fed leaves and grass.
We were keen to get cracking, but first, we had some important business to attend to. Brown food, brown drink, calories.
I'm actually shaking, I'm so excited.
Car rested, ready and fully charged.
Breakfast, actual food, brown food.
But right now, in a world of brown food, I think this food is too brown. And although there's lettuce in this burger, it is brown food. Fry scale, I can't even remember, dude. Put what I said here.
Fry scale zesty.
Yes, I agree. Say it again, Liam.
Fry scale zesty.
You're so right. That's what it was. And the burger was Browntown. Tune in for the next food review. Will it be McDonald's again? I hope not, but it keeps happening. Maybe they'll have a Cactus Jack too. Cactus Mac. I saw some weird ass video of Travis Scott being mad about some dude saying Travis Mack in a Zoom call. And there's a guy, the guy he was talking to seemed mad. Like, what the fuck are you guys you're talking about made up words right now.
God damn it, Travis. Jenny's right. Okay, let's have a bit of a compromise here. Her suggestion is to do a Cactus Mac thing for this one shoe instead of Cactus Jack, okay?
But John, like...
Come on, man. Show a little respect. This is my shoe.
No, I mean, I'm not really, like, feeling it. It's like something about it just feel a little off. It's like a burger or something. Like,
No. I think we need to go in a different direction here with Cactus Mac. What are you talking about? Also, it wouldn't be a food review without someone in the car next to me. I think it's some person on their Walmart break, working at Walmart on their break in their car, who's been sitting there the whole time looking at me, fucking eating. I love food reviews. I love them. I could do them all the time. I probably could. My eyes are yellow. I haven't brushed my teeth in days. I'm disabled.